So I've been using Android 12 for a couple of weeks, and let's look at the features that were covered by the headlines and some features that were not. So let's get right to it. So let's start with the headlining feature, which is Material U, which creates a color scheme based on your wallpaper for messages, phone calls, just a system-wide theme, which is currently not available on beta 1, but they're saying that it should be there in the next public beta. The other significant change is the quick settings menu, which is now bigger buttons, easy to click, and visually pleasing. There are new system-wide animations which are replaced from the older shadow-based animations, which are now just a spring-loaded animation for everything that you over-scroll. And also there's this new really good charging animation that most of the reviewers and videos missed, so that's another good feature. So this next feature is going to be useful with people with larger or taller phones. So one-handed mode is easily activated by swiping down on the navigation bar. It needs to be first activated from settings menu and then you can quickly use it. Alternatively, it can be used to swipe down notifications, but personally I prefer the fingerprint gesture for the notification shade. I've seen a noticeable performance improvement since Android 11 on my Pixel 4a in games and other apps which were struggling before, and now they're running slightly smoother, much better, and saving those precious seconds when launching apps and doing basic things. So yeah, the 22% quoted CPU time saved is actually pretty significant, which is great news for mid-tier and upper mid-tier phones, which usually struggle when they are running out of memory or CPU. The other feature that didn't make the headlines enough is Clipboard Access. So whenever you access your clipboard, copy or paste, so you actually get a toast notification down the bottom when copying and pasting, which is pretty useful for apps when they're accessing your clipboard or your personal info that is stored on it. This next feature is probably my favorite of all. It's pretty quality of life kind of feature where you're just playing your music, you're switching apps, and then you find a video or another media, you hit play. There's no abrupt stop when changing media, so actually it crossfades between the two media and it's pretty smooth.
Steep climbs are something cyclists come across on every single ride, and it's something that every cyclist should.
Now, people on the Apple side of things, they probably already used to this, but this is very new for Android phones, so I absolutely love it. The new always-on display is also one of the most significant changes in Android, where the clock actually goes full size when there's no notifications, and then it goes a smaller clock with the notifications, so you can know from a distance that you have to check your phone or you don't have to. So that's a really good feature as well. The last thing is you can trigger your Google Assistant with the power button, so makes it a bit forgiving compared to the squeeze that was removed from the older Pixels like 2 and 3. But yeah, currently if you turn on that feature for Assistant, there is no way to turn off your phone or restart it without actually hard resetting it. So be aware of that. So those are all the new features. Now obviously you would be thinking, let's go try it out. And I personally would suggest it's daily drivable, but some of the own Google apps actually don't work. So for example, YouTube Studio does not work for me. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it just opens and crashes. So bear that in mind. Some apps would not work in the beta. If you're still keen, I'll drop a link in the description on how to get it. Here's a list of eligible devices so you can try it out for yourself. So that's all that's new with Android 12, and if you like this kind of content, drop a like down below, hit subscribe, ding the bell, you know what to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.